Hello and welcome to a special conversation, ladies and gentlemen. It's absolutely a pleasure to have with me Clive de Carle, health guru, and of course, wonderful footballer Matt Tissier. And we have an amazing event coming up. I'm Richard Vobes. I don't know if you are anywhere near London. You've been to London. You've seen London. It's the capital of the UK, I believe. And in London, in Leicester Square, they have all sorts of interesting and peculiar things going on. I think nothing would be more peculiar than coming to an event entitled Answers to Health, Life and Football. And anybody who knows me knows I'm a master of football. I can dribble, and I often do in front of my guests. Hello, Clive, and hello, Matt.
Hi, Richard.
Good.
Lovely to have you here today to talk about this wonderful event. It's very exciting going to London. For me, I've been in sort of some provincial theatres, which sounds very lovely. London is a big venue for me, and I believe this is Clive's idea. You've always wanted to go to London and do a health talk.
Well, exactly. And I thought, a theatre, all that tradition and everything, I just thought, well, that would be great. And I thought, well, I can talk about health and try and give people as many possible answers as I can to all their health issues. You're in this fabulous position, having interviewed, it must be hundreds of brilliant, incredible people who are explaining how we can get through all this.
Yes. No, I am in a very lucky position. I feel very humbled by all the wonderful people that have taught me all this. It's trying to retain all that information, and it's like little pieces of the puzzle that come together to make a big picture. And you realize there is a way through this, and we can be positive about it. And of course, Matt, on the other hand, is an expert in football.
Well, some people might say that. I was pretty good at it, and I spent 15 years in the media talking about it, and I still love watching the game today. So yeah, I guess I've acquired a fair bit of knowledge in that sphere over the last 40 odd years. And also, obviously, what's been going on in the world the last few years as well, which is something I think is dear to all of our hearts, and something that is incredibly important to speak about and get the message out to as many people as we can. That I think some of the things that have gone on the last few years are not quite as the media have portrayed them.
Yes, and it was because of football that really sort of got your attention with young people not quite making it to senior life, shall we say?
Yeah, I noticed a couple of years ago that there was something happening in the sporting world, and lots of young fit athletes were having problems on the field of play with heart issues. Something that I hadn't really seen at all in my time as a professional footballer, and so I was a little bit concerned. And yes, I tried to raise the issue with the relevant authorities, and yeah, we'll be talking all about that, I guess, on March the 3rd.
Absolutely. We did a show down in Southampton, which was a sellout together, talking about these issues, and of course we also had questions from the answers, which questions from the audience, which it is great to hear the whole range of different ideas coming back at us that puts us on the spot. And Clive, you do a lot of that, answering questions. People come in and they put you on the spot, which is it's fun, isn't it?
Well, it's great fun. I love the question and answer thing because actually some people will ask questions that somebody else might have been embarrassed to ask. And actually, the vast majority of us are in the same boat, having the same problems because we're exposed to chlorine in the water and poor food and so on. And the poorer people get, of course, the more difficult it is for them to find ways to feed themselves properly. And one of the things that I will be talking about very briefly is how to cut your food costs dramatically and increase the health of the food that you're eating, your health dramatically, and save money doing it. So.
Well,
practical
that does
advice.
that. Yeah, no, that does. I think everybody wants to be able to cut the cost of all sorts of things because at the moment we will see that fuel prices are going up, the cost of living has gone up, and the increase in all the various taxes have gone up. And people will be looking for ideas, suggestions of how they can not only cut these costs, but also what costs really should we be paying, what taxes should we be paying, and what is legal and what is lawful. And I know I'll be trying to explain some of that. The great thing about this is it's in the afternoon in London. My initial worries when it came up was, will it be a late night at Leicester Square? Will I be tempted by one of the cinemas with all the various great films that they'll be releasing with all the secret messages inside that we all love to go and look at? But it's in the afternoon at 1:30, I believe. Is that right, Clive?
Yes, it is. 1:30 in the afternoon on Sunday.
And it's
Sunday,
yeah,
March the 3rd.
yes, I was just going to say Sunday, March the 3rd at Leicester Square Theatre. Have you been to that theatre, Matt?
I don't think I have. I've been to a few theatre shows down the years in London, but I don't think that's one of the ones that I've visited. So I'm looking forward to going there and having a great chat with you guys, and also looking forward to taking questions from the audience. It'll be fun.
Well, I'm very much looking forward to it and being with these two wonderful people. And of course, you, the audience. The tickets are £37, which I think you'll find is great value for a London theatre. I don't know about the parking and the ULEZ problems, so probably best to go by train unless you're local, of course. I'll be going up by train, no doubt. And it will be a great opportunity to meet everybody, which will be fantastic. So, do we need to say any more than that, Clive?
I think hopefully we've tempted them in with that. I mean, what's happening in the world? Well, I might suggest that the World Economic Forum is in collapse and disgrace. The World Health Organization is in collapse and disgrace. They're carrying on as if nothing's happened, but people are waking up fast.
I think you're right.
The more that we can point out what the alternatives are, how we can regain our freedom in every sense, I think we can be discussing very, very positive outcomes.
Absolutely. One of the things, I mean, I'm privileged with the YouTube channel talking to all these different people, is the amount of unity now of the small groups, the communities that are gathering together. And they're telling me that more and more people, as you say, are becoming aware. They may not know the detail. They may not even know the name of the WEF or the WHO, but they know that something's wrong. They feel it, they sense it, and they don't like it. And people are beginning to realize that the world that we live in at the moment might not be the one that we really want to be in. And there are many, many opportunities out there. And I'm sure you're feeling and getting the same message as well, Matt.
Absolutely, yeah, definitely. There's the Great Awakening is not a conspiracy theory.
No, exactly. And after all, yesterday's conspiracy theory is today's news, is it not?
Absolutely.
So there we are. There's going to be a lot to chew over, and no doubt we can discuss these things live on the stage, and you can give us your questions. We can tell you what we think. They're only opinions, of course, and you'll have your own opinion, and you can challenge us, I am sure. So the venue again is the Leicester Square Theatre. It's on Sunday, the 3rd of March at 1:30 in the afternoon. Plenty of time afterwards to have a word with us, meet us, shake our hands, and then nip down the pub before you head off home. And I can't think of anything better to do on a Sunday afternoon. So we hope to see you there. Tickets are available presumably on your website, Clive.
They're on my website, clivedecarle.com, but I'm pretty sure you can buy them directly from the theatre as well.
So there we go. Do tune in, as it were, or step in. Comfortable seats, I imagine, at Leicester Square Theatre. So do come and see us all, and it will be a privilege to meet you.